Hi everyone,
My name is Chef Doris,
my name is Chef Lawrence.
and today we're going to make Spanish sardines using a new meal.
Let's proceed to our list of ingredients and material. To start with,
Before we proceed to the procedures, let's have the safety tips. Okay, number one, use only fresh sardines. It must be firm, shiny, no foul odor. Number two, maintain oil temperature. Number three, do not overcrowd when frying. Number four, drain excess oil on paper towels on wire wrap. Number five, handle oil carefully. For safety tips, hot oil can be dangerous, so be careful. Okay, so marinate in salt, pepper, calamansi, vinegar, light flour or cornstarch coating for crispiness. So we can add cornstarch, fry until golden brown, bones are tender. And also you can add garlic, onion, chili, bay leaf. Use enough oil coverage for even cooking. So it will have crispiness, balanced seasoning, first signature Spanish sardines flavor.
for the sanitation reminders, keep workspace, hands, utensils clean. Separate raw and cooked fish. Strain filter oil before reusing. Dispose waste, guts, scales properly. Use clean tools, tongue, spatula. Remember, good sanitation, longer shelf life, and safer food. For the flavor enhancer, top with the fried garlic, chili, pickled veggies. Use olive oil for authentic taste, corn oil for affordable option. Add vinegar or lemon for acidity balance. Best served hot and fresh with rice, bread, or pasta. Remember, Spanish sardines flavors about balance, spices should complement, not overpower the fish.
Okay, for packaging bottles, we have to cool the sardines before bottling. Use sterilized glass jars. Okay, you need to sterilize it for 15 minutes on boiling water. And also submerge in hot oil to preserve flavor. Seal tightly or refrigerate. For shelf life, 1 to 2 weeks in the refrigerator. Proper packaging and refrigeration keeps fried sardines fresh, safe, and flavorful.
With that, fried sardines taste of Spain in every batter or plate. Mastering safety, sanitation, flavor, and packaging ensure quality and customer satisfaction. Okay, to continue, let's proceed to our safety procedure. Okay, first priority natin yung safety natin as chef, no? You have to wear coat, chef uniform, aprons, well-clean personal hygiene. And of course, you need to use PPE, face mask, towel, and disinfect. To continue, let's proceed to the tools and equipment. For the tools and equipment, we need to measure properly all the ingredients. This is a weigh scale to weigh solid ingredients. Measuring cup to measure liquid ingredients. Measuring spoon to measure wet and dry ingredients. Spatula. Then of course, thermometer to check the danger zone of our product. Kitchen scissor. Wire whisk. Color-coded chopping board. Color-coded chopping board, since fish yung ginagamit natin, it should be blue. Frying pan to fry our fish. Bowl, stainless bowl to mix our ingredients. Then we have a bottle. We need to sterilize the bottle. Of course, our packaging ribbon. Then the last one is pressure cooker. Okay. To continue, let's proceed to our ingredients. Chef Dorison, for our ingredients.
So for our ingredients, we need chilies, red chilies, bay leaf, carrots, peppercorn, olive oil, so olives, relish, oyster sauce, and of course the ayungin, salt, and cornstarch, and also water.
Okay, to continue, let's proceed to our procedure. Okay, let's start, Ma'am Doris.
Okay, so before we start, let's have what we call the mise en place. So what is the use of mise en place, Sir Lawrence?
Put everything in place, meaning we have to prepare everything, okay, in terms of materials and also in the ingredients. In order to balance time management, we do not take chamba or when you cook with other food, consistent, the flavor itself, the procedure, and of course we maximize the opportunity to have another dishes.
Okay, so when we mise en place, our output will be better, and our ingredients is complete or are complete. Okay,
Actually,
so
Chef Doris is a French term for mise en place.
okay, so the mise en place is a French term, which means setting all in place.
Alright, to continue, let's start to mix the ingredients.
Okay, so the first thing to do is to mix the liquid ingredients, all the liquid ingredients. Olive oil,
Oyster sauce,
into oyster sauce. We're going to use scraper to scrape all things in a bowl, or in the bowl. And next, we need to use the wire whisk to mix it well. Next ingredient is the relish,
then olive oil, olive
The
oil and
olives.
with olives.
the pitted olives,
You can use also black olives if you want. And of course, carrots,
okay,
peppercorn, bay leaf,
bay leaf,
chili,
and last one is
the ayungin. The ayungin, first procedure, what we have is we create a brine solution. We put all the fish, water, and then of course 3 cups of water, then 1/8 cups of salt. You need to brine for 30 minutes. Then after that, set aside and drain, and you will put in a flour,
or cornstarch.
cornstarch or light flour
So to add
to cover and to add more crispiness. So when you doing application for breading, all you have to do, you have to use your 2 hands, wet and dry. For the wet, you can use right side. Then for the dry ingredients, you can use for the flour or cornstarch. The purpose of that is to maximize and utilize the ingredients. And of course, for food safety, all of your hand will be
avoid
used
contamination.
to avoid contaminations. Okay? So we will fry this for 350 Fahrenheit. Then, we will add the fried ayungin to our mixture. Okay?
So right after coating our ayungin with flour, so we have to deep fry it. All you have to do is to deep fry our ayungin in hot oil. And after that, we're going to mix it with our liquid and other ingredients.
Okay, to continue, we're done to sterilize the bottle. Then we dry using air dry and also tissue. Okay, to continue on the result.
Also we have the ayungin that we previously fried. So we're going to put it in our jar. So you have to put the ayungin. So the ideal number of ayungin inside the bottle is at least 3 ayungin. And you're going to use the measuring cup.
Add some.
So but before that, we're going to put the vegetable inside to make sure that it will be arranged beautifully inside our bottle. We're going to put chilies, bay leaf, olives, relish, after we're going to put the vegetable, you're going to pour olive oil inside the bottle. So you're going to leave at least 1 inch on our bottle. So we're going to cover it with our cup. So the reason why we need to leave 1 inch is to lock our bottle.
Okay, to continue,
Okay, so we're going to put the bottled sardines, ayungin sardines, inside our pressure cooker. So to cook it for
30
30
minutes.
minutes.
Okay, so the guidelines using pressure cooker, you should follow the label of the pressure cooker, meaning the half of the water will be covered. Alright,
Okay.
and with that same, we will cook this for 30 minutes.
Okay, so we will going to cook it for
30 minutes.
30 minutes.
So after 30 minutes, our sardines are now ready. We're going to remove it inside our pressure cooker. And right after, we will going to put it inside our basin with water to arrest the continued cooking of it. And right after, we're going to label our bottled sardines.
We need to pull down all the bottles. Thank you. So now
Okay, so now
we will
we're going
continue.
to continue, and we're going to label our finished product. So what we need is ribbon and also the
Label.
label.
Okay, when you put the label, you have to present the brand name, then of course the number of grade, then the contact number, the back, the ingredients, then of course the batch number. In relation with the OST, you have to put batch number in
And
order
also-
to check the batches of
Or the
SATs that they have some need to recall or other unexpected happen. Then of course the last one,
The last one is the nutrition facts. So we have to indicate all the nutrition facts that present in our products.
so let's continue.
Let's
First one.
continue. We're going to ribbon our
You have to pull down first the sardines, then you have to prepare all of the materials.
so we're going to insert the ribbon.
Hindi ako creative dito mga babae kasi mabigat. I'm sorry.
And we're going to tie our ribbon. Okay, so these are our finished product.
Pictures. Okay, you can add more other decorative design if you want in order to more attractive to the customer because the label will serve as your image.
Now this is our finished product.
So this is our
finished
finished
product.
So ayun yung sardines. So now, we would like to thank our professor, Ma'am Lawrence Fajardo. Thank you, ma'am, for the support and for the opportunity that you've given us.
Then, of course, the wisdom and knowledge that we continue our passion to share our art in terms of cooking. Once again, thank you so much, Dr. Lawrence Fajardo, for your guidance.
Thank you,
God
Doc.
bless.
And thank you, CLSU, for this opportunity, for sharing of our wisdom, expertise, and to help our students learn or having innovation like this. Thank you so much.
Until next time.